Supplements is a billion-dollar industry, but not much is really understood. What are the proper things to take, and what should you watch out for? We'll talk about that next on Body and Spirit. I'm Dick Nunez, co-owner of Fit and 15 Personal Training Systems. Welcome to Body and Spirit. My career has spanned around 40 years now, and during that time, I've tried a lot of different things. I was involved in professional bodybuilding for a while, and during that time, we took all sorts of supplements. The one thing I did not take was anabolic steroids, and I'm thankful for that. But I tried about everything else, all the way from vitamins, minerals, amino acids, desiccated liver, wheat germ oil, even glandular protein. Actually, the worse it tasted, the better we thought it was for us. So I spent a lot of money, needless money, trying to get healthier. And of course, out there today, there's still a wide range of supplements out there. Some are good, some maybe not so good. And also, people don't realize how much they can affect themselves by taking things out of balance. If you do that, it can affect other aspects of your body and actually make you worse. And not only that, but a lot of things you might take in are just going straight through the body. It's just wasting your money. So we're going to talk about that as we get into our workout. Helping me out today will be Lisa, who's also a personal trainer, and she knows quite a bit about supplements as well. So we'll be chatting about that along with doing our workout. So we're going to warm up gently by just doing some legs. We're going to start with the legs. And we're going to do something a little bit different today, something that many people have been longing for because they've seen me put people through workouts and they wonder what it'd be like for me to be on the other end. So for the first part of this program, I'm going to have Lisa put me through a squat workout. So everybody who thinks that I deserve it, well, here it goes.
Paybacks.
Payback time, okay? All right, we'll do it a couple more times. Okay.
Okay, but we can't obliterate you too much because we need you for the rest of the show.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna do some squats. Now for you people at home, make sure and stop if you need to, because of course he won't need to. But stop at any time and rejoin us. And so we're gonna do what we call 10-10 squat. So we're gonna do 10 full squats, and then we're gonna just do 10 half squats and stay in that motion where the tension is never let off so you don't get the rest.
Okay. And also what needs to be mentioned is when I was 38 years old, I tore my ACL in my right knee, and I never had it repaired. The strength of my legs kept me going, but it does limit some of my range of motion. So I may not be going as deep as maybe I might have done had I not had that happen. But I will try and go pretty deep anyway.
You can make at least the 90, but just when you go deeper.
I got that.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
Okay, 10 regular squats. And for you at home, make sure that you're putting your seat back. You can bend at the waist, but keep your chest and your head up. So you almost have an arch in your back. Is that 4?
6. You don't count very well.
See, he does that to us all the time.
No, I don't. Okay.
Okay, and the short one's 1.
Easy.
9. Okay, now we're going to go to the full ones again.
Okay.
But not all the way to the top. Don't lock your legs out. That'll allow us for rest.
We wouldn't want that, would we?
Never.
Okay. And as Lisa said, for those at home, if you start to feel like you need to stop, do so.
One more and you're going to the shorts. Okay. And down, and then it's just from the bottom and just halfway up.
You want to keep your tension on your thighs as you do that. Focus on the muscle that you're working.
Okay, and all the way up. Yep.
Again?
Yep. Remember to rest at home if you need to rest.
And I am starting to feel them.
Are you
Just
sure?
in case yep. I am sure.
Okay, now we'll go into the shorts again.
Okay.
Not quite so high. There you go. I'm not counting that first one.
I didn't count it either.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad you're not a cheater. Because, of course, when we cheat, we only cheat ourselves, right?
That's right.
Can we
Okay.
do a 20-second hold? 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. This is where people tend to get to leaning over, so make sure you're holding that chest up. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good.
All right.
Do you need
That felt
to
good.
stretch out a little?
No, I got it.
Okay.
That's going to be your part. Okay, I'm going to bring a mat out here now. And we're going to put Lisa on there on her hands and knees facing that way.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to do some leg work for the hips and thighs.
Okay.
And so I want you to put one leg out. Okay, and 10 times I want you to raise it up. Control it. And as you do it, you're trying to contract the gluteus maximus, which is your buttocks. This is an area that women especially want to spend a lot of time on. Now keep that leg back up there and do the leg curl.
Okay.
And then we'll go right into a leg curl. And this is flexing the knee joint by contracting the hamstring. And it makes a good training effect from going one into the other. 3 more times.
You're actually breathing a
good.
little hard.
A little bit. Okay.
Cool. Other side.
Okay, other side. 3 rounds of 10-10 is pretty good
For anybody.
for anybody, even an old war horse like me.
10.
And we're going to do 2 rounds of this. There are times when it's good to change over to the other leg and then go back and forth rather than just trying to stand up for a long period of time, because you get to the point where you start feeling it too much in your knee or some other place and you're not able to focus on the muscles quite as well.
Or your hip flexor. That's where I
Okay.
tend to feel
Okay.
it. And you can't focus on your muscle that you're supposed to be using.
Okay? There you heard it right from the horse's mouth. I say that for Lisa's sake because she's a horsey girl.
Love horses.
Love horses. Did lots of rodeo in her early years.
Yeah.
Contract the hamstring. Looks good. I can see it contracting right through your pants there. It looks good. And 2 more. Very good. Okay. Can you feel that in your glutes as you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Focus on the muscles we're working there. Good. Look. And now to the hamstring. And while you're doing this, you're still holding up, so you still get the gluteal action. Plus, you're working the hamstrings. And that gluteal hamstring tie-in is an area where people a lot of times get sore. Looking good. Almost there. And 1 more rep. Okay? Now go and lay on your side, Lisa.
Okay.
And here's another exercise that women especially like to do, but also very important for men, because men oftentimes think, well, I don't need to work this. Well, actually they do, because show me a man who's lost their gluteus maximus muscles, and I'll show you a man who has got a bad back. And also the way God designed us, we all appreciate the looks of the opposite gender, and although men might think it's strictly a women thing, women can appreciate a muscular, well-developed body on a male as well, including gluteus maximus area. Right, Lisa?
Right.
Okay. Enough said on that one. Okay. Now we're going to do a leg raise. And also people, a lot of times as they get older, start to get a lot of hip problems. And doing this type of exercise, we're going to go for 20 of these. This type of exercise is very good for keeping those the abductors of the hip strong, and this will help for golfing, hiking, cycling, whatever type of outdoor activity, skiing, snowboarding, wakeboarding, whatever somebody wants to do. Having strong hips is vital. Or if you're doing something like basketball or racquetball, that's also very valuable. What number are we on there?
20.
Okay, now while you're in this position, I'd like you to stretch your quadricep, and she's going to get a hold of her leg. And there's a couple ways of doing it. You can do a stretch for around 15 to 20 seconds. We're going to do this a little bit different. Lisa likes to do it at a 10-second time and then do it again. And there are other people like that as well. In exercise, there are physiological variability in all people. There isn't just one blueprint that fits everybody. And so the worst thing you can do as a trainer is insist that people do it your way. You have to work with the person and realize, okay, that's not feeling that great for you, so let's do something different. And that's so important. I always tell people it's not rocket science. We're not going to miss Mars by 1,000,000 miles if we're 1 degree off. You know, okay?
Right.
Okay, let's turn to the other side. Are we feeling the hips and so forth? Okay, getting a good workout down there?
Yep.
Good. I'm going to talk about supplements just for a second while you're doing that, Lisa. When people look at what we should be taking in, food is composed of 5 elements. We've got to have the essential amino acids. We have to have carbohydrates. We have to have the essential fatty acids. We have to have vitamins. We have to have minerals. If we start taking things out of context and do isolated foods, then we're going to start to have problems. God put all the nutrients in there perfectly, like an apple. Just a simple apple will have 300 phytochemicals in it. You can't take enough bottles in order to get all those phytochemicals.
Yeah.
You're much better off just to eat the apple. Now, I understand in our society today, we've got a lot of problems with losing nutrients in the soil from mass producing. We have problems with GMOs and things like that. And I also understand that an apple of today is not as nutritionally rich as one of 50 years ago, which probably isn't as good as one 100 years ago. But still, we want to try and eat food in its natural state as much as possible. So when I look at people with supplements, I always tell them, first of all, go after something that's a whole food, that's concentrated down, the whole food herbs and so forth. And what people don't understand is there's both whole food herbs and there's medicinal herbs, and they're different. And the whole food herbs are designed to regenerate the body. Okay, how's that feel?
That feels good.
Okay, so you got all your stretching in and so forth? Okay, come on up. Actually, check that. I'm going to have you do something else right down there.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to do a little upper body exercise, and this is going to be payback for all those squats.
Well, thank you.
And so what I'm going to have Lisa do, I'm just going to have her do a modified push-up. And so she'll do it off her knees, and I'll have her do a couple rounds, and we're going to do a 5-5 on the push-up. So I'll have you do 5 full, 5 short, 5 full, 5 short, and we'll just do 2 rounds of it.
Just regular width?
Yep, regular width. Okay, now you at home, you can do this against a wall, or you can do this without your knees if you want to make it a little tougher. Very nice. So there's 5 good full ones. Now we're going to 5 short. And just by changing the dynamic of an exercise, we can get a great effect on it. Very good. Okay, one more round. 5 full. Very good. Women can indeed do push-ups, and they can do them quite well, actually. Okay, and 5 short. This will give a good effect for the chest, the triceps, shoulders. Good, excellent, very good. How'd that feel?
Good.
Okay, go ahead and come on up. I'll take your mat.
Thanks.
Not while you're on there. Okay, well, we got a little stimulation going there, so what we'll do now is we'll do a little bit of stretching, and we're going to stretch the chest, since we just had you do that, by putting your hands behind your head and just laying back and feeling it stretch in the pectoralis region. That would be your chest, okay? Now, give yourself a hug, Lisa. Pull your shoulder blades apart as much as you can. All right? Very good. That's an important area to stretch. A lot of people neglect that. Those upper thoracic area, those muscles of the upper thoracic vertebrae are very important to keep fit. Okay, let's go back to the first thing we were doing. Stretch back.
It's kind of like being in an easy chair.
Sitting in an easy chair there?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now give yourself another hug.
Okay.
And pull the scapula apart. There are 16 different muscles attached to each side of the scapula, so it's a very complex network. And when women start to have problems with their posture later on, it's because those scapular muscles have gotten weak. And so we'll work on that a little bit as we go through our program.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and relax. All right, let's do some shoulder work, and we're going to do this in somewhat of a stage range as well. We're going to start down here, and we're going to do 10 raises just out to the side, very gently. This is the easy part of the range. Okay, now hold it there. Now let's go way up high and go part way down, and we'll do 10 up there. Now, of course, if you use weights, this will be a lot tougher, but you'll still get a good effect even with nothing. Okay, let's do the midsection now. 10, right in the middle there. Important to keep the palms down so you can isolate the deltoid region. Okay, now down. Okay, part way up again. Second round gets a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Okay, up to the top, way up high. Contract the deltoid each time. Okay, down to the middle section and raise. Doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to do a hold.
I think you need a little help.
You can see what?
I said, I think you need a little help.
I think I'm good. Now, actually, what Lisa said is a good point. In fact, why don't you come behind me, Lisa?
Yeah. This is how we help people.
Okay.
Give them a little pressure.
And that makes it tougher.
I think you're tired.
Okay.
Actually, the first time I did that to somebody, it was a football player, and he could shoulder press with hundreds.
110-pound dumbbells
110
and bench
pounds.
press 500.
Yep.
And he was in high school.
Yep. And you have to make sure, because that's how we finish people off, is with the manuals like we did with Dick. And you have to make sure those real strong guys that you take them deep enough with these. Because I didn't the first time. And he hung his arms out, and I went to pull down, and I was hanging by his arms.
Yeah.
So I learned the next time I got him deeper this way, so then I could do him.
Right. And even no matter how big and strong somebody is, if you get them tired enough,
Right. And
can
I
take 'em
figured you
down.
were pretty,
Yeah.
pretty tired.
right. Oh, I was.
So-
Yeah. Okay. Pull one arm out. Okay. Bring it across. And stretch. And of course, with me over the years, aches and pains, injuries, and so forth, my left arm could have gone for a while. My right arm was the one that was going.
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough of this.
Yep.
Okay, let's bring it across the other way. And when you do a stretch, you want to hold for about a 15-20 second time period and give yourself a gentle pull. Don't make it too painful. Okay, now from here we're going to do some shrugs. We're just going to shrug up, hold it, then go way back down, up, contract it, back down, up, contract. Now we're working on the trapezius muscles, and those are the muscles right into here. On Lisa, they're covered up by hair. On me, not so much. Okay, and down, and down, and down. This particular muscle goes all the way from the occipital protuberance of your skull, which is right back here, and goes all the way down to T12. So it forms like a big diamond in the middle of the back, covering up so many of the other muscles that are in there. Okay, and let's do about 5 more. Okay, now let's do some fast. up, down, 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 up, down. Slow it down. Okay, and fast again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. See, we men are good at shrugging our shoulders because we're very good going, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You guys could do that all day.
If need be. Okay. Now we're going to do some back work, and we're going to do some rowing, and we're going to use ourselves for the resistance. You're going to grab around the end of your towel there, and then you're going to grab palm down, and then you're going to reach out here, and we're just like we're sawing some wood here. And we reach out, and we pull in. Okay, go ahead and keep going with that, Lisa. So we're focusing on the muscles right here, and we're working latissimus dorsi. It's also going to get some of the muscles of the rotator cuff. So we're going to be getting the infraspinatus, supraspinatus, teres minor, all those muscles in there are going to be worked by that as well. And I know through her years of horsemanship, Lisa has had an injury or two from that time period. Not too many people I know who've ridden horses for any length of time have yet fall off.
No.
Yeah.
It's just how badly you get hurt.
That's right.
And like we've established before, you're only really hurt bad if you have to spend time in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Break something and you only have to go to the emergency room, that doesn't count if you're out that day.
Okay. There's one time I was asking her, let's go like that.
Okay.
Left hand low on it.
Okay.
There you go. I was asking her, had she ever been seriously hurt on a horse? And she said one time. And then I was talking to her. She started talking about other broken bones. And I said, well, did this all happen the same time? No. I thought you only got hurt seriously once on a horse. Oh, do broken bones count?
If you don't spend days in the hospital.
Okay, I got it. Okay, 10 more. Very good, looking good. 5 more times. And 1 more. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our towel up over our head and grab it.
Okay.
So this will be a different one, okay? You're going to come down and you're going to push up, like so. Push up.
Biceps.
Push up. We're doing the triceps now. This is a great one for the back of the arms. Way up. And up. And up. Let's do 10 more, then we'll switch sides. You're giving yourself the resistance. When you get to the top, pull back down. You'll actually feel both arms as you do this. And 1 more time. Good. Okay. We're going to grab there, bring it up overhead. Okay. And push up and up. Extend the arm. You want to go as far as you can. A lot of times on tricep training, people tend to stop short. We don't want to do that. We want to go just as high as we can.
This is one exercise it's okay to lock out, per se.
Correct. In fact, we want to in order to maximize the contraction of the triceps. And I think we got 5 to go. And 1 more. Good. Okay, we're doing good. Now we're going to take it, drape it over the outside of the wrist, and we're going to grab underneath, and we're going to do some curls.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to come up and down. We want to drape over the outside because of the fact that the biceps function is to curl and to supinate. Turn the wrist out. Okay, we got 10 more to go. Curl it up, and up, and up. And 1 more. Good job. Okay, let's turn it the other way now. Okay, drape it over and curl. and curl. Contract the bicep and then pull it back down. So we're making ourselves work.
It's always good to know what muscles you're working so you can focus on them.
Right.
Because we tend to, in our everyday work, we'll use whatever's muscle stronger. I know I was really good at using my forearms to train my biceps. I could do all my bicep exercises with my forearm.
Right.
Because I was very forearm dominant from riding horses and pulling on the reins. And so I had to get the brain connection to the biceps to actually contract it and make it work.
Right. And also what can happen is I'm very dominant in my right forearm, so I can curl more with my right arm. But my left bicep's actually stronger, but I can't, this forearm can't compete with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do a little abdominal core work, and we're going to do it just from a standing position.
Okay.
Blow out, bend over, up, and back. Blow out, over, up, and back. Blow out, over, up, back. Blow out, over, up, back. Blow out, over, up, back. Contract the abs, bend over, up, and back. Contract, over, up, and back. Contract, over, up, and back. Contract, over, up, and back. Very good. Okay, we're done with that. Going into supplements again, if somebody goes in and just starts buying things off the store shelf, they may not know what they're going after. They may buy some vitamin C or some vitamin E or whatever, not knowing that those vitamins all work together. And the way you get those nutrients balanced properly is in your foods, in the whole foods. And you don't want to do things like microwaving it or high heating it, because that destroys nutrients. It'll actually denature the enzymes that we're after. We want active enzymes, because those are what help us for all metabolic actions that take place. And if we start cutting into that, our body will start going through degeneration, because it's going to be borrowing from other areas. When we put the proper nutrients in our body, awesome things happen. The body fat will start to slough off, and all of a sudden we'll start taking on a whole new look. We'll find ourselves getting stronger. We'll have more energy. And of course, the best thing is internally we'll start feeling better. We won't have the diseases and the problems that people have today. Stay away from the pomp and all the junk food out there, and you'll feel so much better. We want to do it all for the right reason, because as we have a healthy body, we'll have a clear mind. We have a clear mind. We have a great connection to God. And that's what it's really all about, training to God's glory. Here on Body and Spirit, we use the scripture of Philippians 4:13, which says that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. There's so many scriptures that talk about how we should take care of our body, and that's what we try and do here on this show. God bless you. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Body and Spirit.